Azure Striker Gunvolt Free by Jupi. Take it away.
Hi everyone, you might have just heard me before, but I'm Jupi, also known as Cute News, and welcome to Azure Striker Gunvolt Free Trilogy Enhanced. And we're going to be running Kirin only New Game Plus Merciless task, which is my first showcase of this run in a marathon setting, so it's going to be fun, but this game is already, I want to say, like, a really fun speed game on basis. It is going to be even better on the hottest difficulty in the game, so it's going to be great. To quickly go through the things, Gunvolt Free, Kirin only, New Game Plus, there's a lot of things to explain, so first of all, let's go into the New Game Plus section, which means I'm loading a new save. To do so, I will kind of, basically, I have made a save file that is containing all of the image pulses in the game. I have unlocked all of them, and this is basically the New Game Plus section. And now the Kirin only section is kind of, hey, what if you actually just played as Kirin? Because in this game, you actually start with Kirin, and then you have Gunvolt added to you, which is kind of weird, but you know what? That means that you can actually technically finish this game entirely with Kirin only, which is hilarious. And it's gonna be very fun to see. The last part of this text is Merciless task. Now, before, you might have seen this run being played on events with no base difficulty or demanding task. In those, I actually had the benefit of having a loadout made of passive image pulses. This has been like kind of removed. I removed a few things because I was doing some practice and everything. But you can see the main thing is that they're grayed out. That means that I literally have none of those. Any of the elements that would make this run nicer, gone. It's gonna be tough. But this is why I'm excited to showcase this run. The actual one thing we can still have is those skill image pulses. Those are like those are skills that you activate and they will do something on screen. But in Merciless task, because obviously this is way too much help, you only have access to one of those, like one-time use for each of the four. And you cannot switch to another one and think, oh, you're gonna be fine. No, you literally are forced into getting only those 4 uses, and that's it. So yeah, we're gonna be going through all of those levels. There's gonna be 15 levels, all in order. And the one nice thing is that I will have XX trigger on, which means that I have at least a few more moveset, like moves to my moveset. So it's gonna be nicer, but at the same time, extremely difficult. So I'm really excited to see how far we can go. I am ready to go. Can I have a free count from you, Delty? That would be absolutely lovely.
Of course. 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. Thank you. Alright, so we're gonna start with Futures Institute, which is a pretty cool level. That serves as a tutorial for Kirin. And we immediately start with a lot of movement, because we're gonna be doing some Arc-Chain cancels. Arc-Chain cancels are pretty cool. They let you just go forwards very fast, and also, by canceling the Arc-Chain, you actually skip this little loading time in between Arc-Chains. Because they kind of they wanted you to kind of tell where you are, but by canceling this, by pressing the jump button at a specific frame, you actually just get to ignore that situation and just go very fast. I say a specific frame, it's because we don't actually understand which frame it is. We actually just mash the button, and that's how you go very fast. So with this, I'm gonna do it like this, and here I wanted to do a fun trick, but I didn't get it, but that's totally fine. So yeah, Futures Institute, we technically only have Kirin. Even if I had Gunvolt with me, I couldn't switch to him, so it's fine. That's the point of the game after all. We're here for Kirin only. I will also be giving a little flashing lights warning for this boss, because every boss in this game will flash very bright as every time I defeat one of their bars, as you can see here. And it just eats a it just brightens the screen a lot. And here I'm just gonna finish all of the damage on Primal Gunvolt, and we can go forwards with a run. While everything is happening, Delty, I hear there's a donation.
Yes, let me get it real quick.
In the meantime, I'm gonna start with Downtown Christmas, with our first level where we kind of have a little blue wolf with us. That's Gunvolt. He is friends. He is just gonna stay in that form for most of the run, because we don't use him. So here we get introduced to the yellow lanterns. Those lanterns act kind of like grapple points and stuff like that. You can use them for the arc chain. And here I'm gonna also use... Sometimes you will see me not use the arc chain because it's actually pretty slow if you have many things tagged with the talismans. For example, those pillars, they can easily be tagged and multiplied at the same time because of XX trigger, which has like a spread talisman shot. And so this is why I prefer to use the sword attack and go very fast that way than using the arcchain cancel. And here, I'm so sorry, do not look at your screen, there's a Gunvolt on there. Unfortunately, because this is the first level where Gunvolt is playable, it also serves as a tutorial for it. And we don't like Gunvolt. Gunvolt is a bit broken in this game. He has infinite jumps, he has infinite air dashes, and he's just way too broken. Normally you don't, like, you kind of use him sporadically throughout the run in the main game, but because of Kirin only, we don't use him, and that's pretty fine. So yeah. We're just gonna go very quickly, go forwards. We're gonna be reaching the end of this tutorial section with Gunvolt in a sec. And there we go. Say goodbye to Gunvolt, everyone.
Goodbye, Gunvolt.
Alrighty. And now I'm gonna do a kudos reset. Kudos resets are pretty cool because they actually let us skip a pretty important gimmick in the game called Resurrection. By resurrecting, bosses can, if they have access to resurrection, bosses can actually have a 4th life bar, which eats a lot into the time of the run, so we don't want to see that. And the main element that determines if resurrection is happening is if you have a high kudos count. The kudos count is the number on the left, just under the life bar, and that number is pretty... if it reaches around 1,000 to 2,000, that means there's a high chance of getting the resurrection, which we don't want to see. So this is why we do the boss very quickly, and we do a kudos reset just before, because the game is pretty nice and gives us checkpoints just before that. And with this, that was BB. Sorry to say this, but we're gonna try to not take too much time in front of the bosses, because they are pretty long if you don't actually use the skill pulses for them. Next is Cyber Kowloon. We're gonna be fighting Chiron at the end of it. But like I mentioned in previous runs, this is literally one of my favorite levels in the game. It's a lot of vertical sections, a lot of great movement all around, and also very cool music. There we go. Alright, we're reaching this section. Here we can just aim upwards and it works. Oh, whoop. The issue of having XX trigger and having so many things that can be tagged with the spread talismans But here we have a little mini boss. Because we don't want to use any of our image pulses, we're gonna do the special attack. This is the only thing that is renewable here, and it just cleans the mini boss immediately. Thank you for the good lucks, everyone. And there we go. We're gonna get into the second part of Cyber Balloon. By going over there and going left and right. Alright. I was a little slow here, but it's fine. I'm gonna continue here. Ignore this section. Like I said, sometimes doing the arc chain cancel is a bit slow. We want to just move around. Technically, unless you're moving using the arc chain, your speed outside of the arc chain is the same as when you dash. So if we can have the dash, it's better. Because at least I can have movement outside of that when I don't have the same movement when I come out of a jump. When I come out of an arc chain. Alright, and welcome to Chiron. So I'm gonna do a little trick. We're gonna try to make sure that we get Chiron in. Oh my god, Chiron, you terrible goober. It's very funny that you say that, Sophia Rad, because actually, this game is made by the former Mega Man Zero and ZX developers. So it's pretty much normal, actually. This game is made by Inti Creates, and they, they were tasked by Capcom to do the Zero and ZX games at the time, and you can really see the spiritual successor of ZX and Zero in this game.
They really
in general, like in the entire Gunvolt series. Oh, sorry, Delty.
They really just enjoyed making the Zero games because they just decided, hey, we're just going to make a bunch of games that play very similarly. Like they have become the Mega Man Zero like developers, and I'm not going to complain. They are absolutely fantastic at what they do.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about how the fact that Yohane, the Parhelion, the game that would have been on schedule instead, literally same developer. That is very that is a very funny fact. So don't worry if you were thinking, oh, I'm not gonna have my Inti Creates fix. Don't worry. I'm here to provide that for you. We love you, Leah. Very unfortunate that you can run for us.
Yeah, it's the worst thing that's happened with her.
Yeah. So right now we're in the Stormy Megafloat, which is a pretty tough level for movements, especially in this first section. You don't want to fall into the water, so this is why having a good path for your arc chains very important. And now I just do the special skill on this mini boss, and we're going ahead. Alright, going like this. And now, just for the funsies, because we have finished this section, we can actually go take a bath. Alright, now the second section inside of this level, is around those little block that serves as elevators, which are very cool, and we can also tag them just for using them for arc chains, because almost everything in this game is taggable for an arc chain, which is pretty cool. There, that was very close. I thought I didn't grab that. Alright, a little bit of a vertical section in here, and we're gonna reach our next boss, Apollo. Alright. Once again, kudos resets, and Apollo is kind of a... he's kind of a jester, he's kind of annoying, he wants to go around everywhere, and so this is why we're just gonna ignore his moveset and just do this. And there we go. And now we just need to do... Unfortunately, here we cannot skip this cutscene because it is basically a frame 1 cutscene, but we can still deal damage after that. And that's up to low. He's just done.
F.
Alright, we're gonna get into the last level of this section, also a best let's go. We love having live PBs on levels. So yeah, first, last level of this first section, where we're gonna go to the Old Capital Temple, where we're gonna find Kirin. This level introduces the purple lanterns, which if you saw the yellow lanterns before, it's totally fine. Did you know that there's other colors? What if it was purple? And what if it was a non-binary colors? Let's go. Non-binary pride, as I like to say.
Let's go non-binaries.
Non-binaries. But yeah, those lanterns actually propel you upwards very high, and those are used for level design, but also we can just go very fast and propelling ourselves very quickly, and look at this movement. I love this.
We call that movement.
Yeah, big movement. Alright, we're gonna continue forwards with our level. I need to actually take a good look at my health sometimes, because being in Merciless, I do not have the benefit of having any healing outside of this one image pulses that I want to keep for the boss fight. So anytime I'm very low, I might just call on a checkpoint reset just to make sure that I'm going to be alive. We really don't want to die in just before a checkpoint. But right now, we're pretty fine. There we go. And there we go, Hexapile, and we're at the end of this level, and we're reaching Cayman. Now, Cayman acts kind of like... He's a big burly man, and what do big burly men like to do? Fight close and personal, which we're not gonna do that. We hate that. But unfortunately, he kind of does a few things that makes us incapable of escaping our fate, because in normal, you could have maybe evaded those. In hard and very hard, he will do those immediately, so there's not even a question of you will get hit by that. And I completely missed this. That is unfortunate, but we will catch up back with a special skill and then using the Chiron blender right after. Nice dodge. But yeah, on hard and very hard, he wants to do this. He will not stop from doing the first phase. He will stop you from doing wall jumps. The second one, he has a vacuum effect that brings you closer. And then on the last phase, if you are not close to him, like in his little arena, he will you will actually take damage. But taking damage is not that not that big of a deal. So we just try to stay out, because he will literally not get out of that zone, which is very funny. So you just accept that you take the damage and you finish him. Damn, another gold. Let's go.
I mean, that was a very good performance, so I'm not surprised.
Damn. You're gonna make myself. You're gonna make me blush, Delphi. Okay, welcome to Ballistic Missiles. Ballistic Missiles is one of the coolest levels in the game. There's gonna be a lot of movements, and also, did you know that we're literally on top of a moving missile? That is right. We literally are going missile to missile to try to stop the missiles from going over a certain place. And here, I just did a cool trick where I tagged one thing after another, and I did defeat it, so I can actually just skip this entire climbing up the wall because it's kind of slow. And there we go. Alright, and we're gonna continue on our movements. That is literally... That was not bad. That was pretty good so far, I would say, for this missile. But here, we're gonna be going into the boss fight with Zed. Now, Zed is our main antagonist for the moment. And he likes to teleport, and he's a little annoying, so we're gonna just do a little thing. Also, he moves very fast in those phases, so it's very important that I do good here. Alright, and he is basically dead. And there we go. For some reason, he takes a lot of damage from his own, like, image pulses, so it's very funny. But with this, we go into our next section where we're gonna fight Atom's members, the team of which Zed is the leader. And the first one is Desert Base, which is desert levels, and we love those desert levels. Shoutouts to the many desert levels in so many Mega Man games. Whoa, that is... We don't go this way. Alright. And you might see sometimes that the character was just defeated will accompany us on those missions. That's because, for story reasons, we're accompanied by our friends from that we just saved for the silly. Which, you know what? If saving your friends is not a great thing, having your friends help you is even a better thing. Anyway, another mid-boss defeated. What is a mid-boss if not a special skill use? And we're gonna get into the second part of the run. The second part of the level.
I'm sorry, I blinked. Could you do that boss again?
No. I can't come back now, Delty. It's too late. But in this section, we're gonna be dealing with Cisnt balls, which kind of impede our progress. Oh, that was clean! I wanted that for so long. This is a great fear of that room. That room is tough. Like sometimes you don't, even by doing it safely, you can still mess up. So I am glad I got the fast strats. Alright, and with this we reach the Exavile after doing a climb, and we can go ahead. Alright, sorry about that. I was busy with something else. Grazie is here. Grazie is here, and she's a little bit annoying. We're gonna deal damage to her. She has two phases. We're basically trying to remove the second one. We couldn't do it because of the choices I made for this, but it's fine. We just had to do a few things to move around and deal all the damage as fast as we could. That was another gold. Oh my god, please, video game, tell me my PB is making me like feel, wow, I didn't do great. Alright. I'm gonna continue now into the Abandoned Factory. The Abandoned Factory is pretty cool. It's a level all about managing positions and also different like elevation and also kind of a weird like closed sections where you have very little to move around and you have to do your best. While I'm doing this level, Delty, do you have anything for us? Whoops. Oh, wow, I glitched. Cool.
Oh, fun. Well, speaking of glitches, feel free, chat. Feel free to clip or screen capture any fun or iconic moments throughout the marathon. By posting these moments in the Discord, we will compile them for the end credits, so we can remember all the fun times we've had.
You can clip this glitch. It was not intended.
Has it happened before?
I'm trying to remember, but it might not, and you might could say the line.
It sounds to me that that's never happened before.
Yeah, no, I think it never happened before. Let's go. All right, so here a little boss section, but instead of having a number of enemies that we need to defeat, we just have a sudden. We need to actually reach a sudden point in this section for a story beat, and you can see the story beat right now on your screen. So now I'm just gonna put myself into a section where we can just have a putty. Do you like bull potty, everyone? Those enemies enemies when they're fully like covered, their life bar are fully covered in talisman damage. They're basically incapable of hurting you on contact. They can still shoot projectiles to hit you, but otherwise you're totally fine. Alright. I remember that there's this wall. And there we go. Oh, that is unfortunate. There we go. Please. Okay, video game, you want to play like this? I'm gonna do the long strats. Alright, moving along. We're almost at the end of this level. This level is pretty long in general compared to the other levels, so it's a little bit of a gauntlet. And we're literally almost to the end, so I don't want to. Ooh, I am. No. I didn't want to load up a checkpoint, but I guess I should have. Ah, that happens. You know what? This is to make up for all the golds I had just before. Alright, literally at the end of just before the exit pile. You hate to see it. Alright, so Abandoned Factory means we do this movement, and now we're fighting Cisnt. Cisnt loves to fly and is a little bit annoying about it, so we're just gonna deal all of the damage immediately, and then go for this move. Oh, and I did the thing that I shouldn't have, but it's okay, we have a backup. Cisnt takes so much damage, so it's totally fine. But with this, we're like almost halfway through the run. Alright. Continuing ahead. unfortunate death on this, but it is Merciless task. Anything can happen, so I will take it. Next is the Mega Float Neptune, which we technically went to earlier when we were doing the Stormy Mega Float. This is literally the same level, like same place in the universe, but we just have a different situation. And here we're doing a little bit of vertical climbing. Come on, come on, Kirin. And we're gonna be in a level that is both hot and cold. I wonder why is that?
Both hot and cold, you say?
Yeah. Oh no, not Lumen. Okay, so sometimes if you die, this can happen. This is a mechanic in all of the Gunvolt ones, where you get Lumen helping you. This is literally if you play as Gunvolt after that, you like it pushes you into Gunvolt. If you play as Gunvolt, your run is invalidated, but you have the possibility of just resetting to the last checkpoint. So you're totally fine. It's just a small time loss. Here I'm gonna take this health. Restore, because otherwise I'm very low on health. And there we go, we're reaching the end of this first section of the level. And we're gonna go into this second section where there's a lot of elevators, so we're gonna try to skip all of them. And I'm gonna safety checkpoint here, just so I can make sure I'm not gonna die. Ooh. Oh no! I almost had the full elevator, but it's okay. We did the backup, and now we're reaching the end of this section, where we're gonna be fighting Prado. Now Prado is pretty cool and also very sexy, and I love her. She is great, and also she has hot and cold powers. And little fact, if you see when she is facing the left, like this, she will always attack with fire attacks. If she's facing the right, she actually will deal ice damage, and that's very cool. That's a very cool little gimmick that she has, and I love her. She's the best. Dealing all the damage. I'm just gonna do the special skill. And with this, that is Prado.
I keep blinking and these bosses are going away.
that's how they be doing.
How do I stop blinking?
Blinking is actually good for you, so I think you should not stop.
Yeah, but
Can you
if
do
I'm
that
missing,
for me, Delty?
but if I'm missing the best moments,
I mean,
it's
you know
clearly a
what
detriment.
people can do. I mean, if you don't want to miss any of the best moments, you can clip them.
True.
But if you want to keep the best moments of the run, clip them. So we can think about the run after the event is done. So welcome to the forest. Yes, very aptly named level. It's just a forest. And this is a stealth level. Just like the game before us, Yaz Rising, stealth is optional, and we will just ignore it. And do all of this. Also, you can actually protect yourself from all of the bullets by just doing the air attack like this. So, you know, no issues here. Nothing bad is gonna happen. Also, yes, for people who are asking, my current avatar on stream is my cat, Larry, who is absolutely adorable, and I love him. Alright, here I'm very low health. I'm just gonna take this safety checkpoint just so I don't die later down the road. Alright. Alright. And also need to make sure that I'm not clipping those ults too much, because for some reason they love having multiple talismans on them despite not having a health bar. I would like to grab the— No! The health is gone! Okay, I will do without. Thanks, video game. Alright, and here we're gonna get into another section. I'm gonna use the checkpoint once again. This level is very tough because there's a lot of reasons you can get clipped on damage for anything, so this is why I prefer to do it safely in this situation than to die again. Alright, progressing. We're almost at the end, there we go. And here's the exit file. And we're out. Now, the next boss is pretty tough. It's Serpentine, and Serpentine has this bad habit of being, one, intangible in some sections of her boss fight, and two, of having a cutscene that is, if you don't skip it, you get stuck into a combat section for 20 seconds. Alright, so here I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna use my special skill. This is probably the best element if I mess up the first bar, because the second bar I can actually time a couple of things with the elements. There we go. So I did do some damage here. Alright, here I'm gonna wait. Next thing. And now I just need to deal enough damage before... There we go, let's go. That is very tough. I'm so glad I got it. Whew.
Let's go. And I didn't blink this time.
Yeah, I mean this boss does go slow compared to the others.
True.
Alright. So now that we have finished the those levels, this set of full levels, we're now going to go into the wiliest castle of this game, the Sunrise Palace. We have 3 levels of that, and then we're going to go into our 2 final boss fights, which are going to be very fun. Alright, so Sunrise Palace, kind of trying to rehash a lot of the cool stuff that we saw before, and doing more gimmicks. For example, here, we have the return of the elevator blocks from the Stormy Mega Float, but this time, they kind of like, hey, you should maybe not use them. You should just use them for moving around. Oops, I fell down. Here, I'm gonna use it because otherwise I do not get the final one, which is here, and there we go. I'm gonna also... Here, I want this one, but just to get this, because otherwise you just do an entire go around, and it's not fun. Here, I'm gonna take it slow. I'm gonna grab this health, and we're gonna climb up. And with this, we're at the exit file. Alright, so the second section of Sunrise Palace 1 is full of elevators and very dangerous sections. So this is probably the closest to I'm probably gonna safety checkpoint many times, just so I don't get an issue. And ooh, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna just do it here for the sake of safety. Here, I'm actually using the talismans because it's safer on that section, and yes, I managed to get this one. It's very tough, but here, okay. This is the literal, I'm gonna be focused and I'm not gonna mess up because this climb is tough. No! Aw, that is unfortunate. I was just there. Aw. It's okay. We can redo it. We have the technology. Alright, so 1. This. There we go. Okay, second try's the charm. Let's go. And now we're gonna see a familiar face because it's time for Prado to come back. Unfortunate we didn't get the cutscene skip. I was trying to get it. Oh, that was pitiful. As rock. Alright. So, next level is pretty tough. Normally on normal and hard difficulty, because we have health and we have the image pulses restoring every time, it would be pretty simple. It's a pretty simple level. But this time on very hard, because we have skill image pulses one time only, it is a primordial that I do not mess up this next level, so it's gonna be a bit of a long one, but a fun one. In the meantime, Delty, if you want to say something, you're totally welcome.
Well, you actually given me the perfect segue. Unfortunately, I do need to take off. I didn't book my times properly, and I ended up booking near my driving lesson. I need to get ready for my driving lesson in a bit, but you're not going to be alone. I think Eden's going to be taking over as host, so you'll be in good hands regardless.
Yeah.
But good luck with the rest of the run. And for people who want to hear me back on hosting, I'll be back tomorrow hosting for Sonic Robo Blast 2 by Silic Dev. But until then, I shall see you all later.
Alright, so this unfortunately has not been done the best. I'm gonna need to do the save strats. Get out, Yota. I want your other guy. I want Viper. Oh. Oh my god. I would like to not die, please. Oh, okay. That is bad. Okay, we need to restart the entire level, man. This is the main issue with this. So, this is why this level is very tough. I'm gonna... Alright. Okay. Let's not mess this up this time. There we go. Now I need to deal damage to Yota. Okay, I think he should get enough damage. I just need both of them to be on screen. If they can be both on screen, that would be great. But I don't want to be on screen together. There we go. Alright, so now I can do a special skill and deal all the remaining damage. So this double boss fight here that we just had is basically sort of part of the gimmick of Serpentine. You've seen that in Serpentine's boss fights there was our team members. That's because they actually have the ability of using illusions from the memories of other people. And Gunvolt has the numerous collection of boss fights from the past. And what about another one? So welcome to Zonda and Tenjian. Now here, the strat for Zonda and Tenjian is pretty simple. You just need to go for a special skill at the first. Trying to see which pattern I have here, and now I'm just gonna deal damage to both of them in a way to reach the third and final phase. Get out, Zonda. There we go, and now we're gonna be using the Chiron Image Pulse to deal all the damage. I mixed up the mending and Merciless in my mind. Good luck, Jupi. I believe in you. Yeah. Thank you so much, Lisper. I love you. What a beautiful partner. Alright, and with this we did both Serpentine's side bosses, and we're gonna get into the next one. Gonna go to Serpentine as fast as we can. I need to also not fall into the hole where the two clowns are, because we're not doing clown fights. Yeah, I was not sure of where I was in terms of cycles, so that's totally fine. Gonna take this damage and go to the end. Alright, and now Kudos reset, and we have only a few moves for this boss fight, so skipping the cutscene for Serpentine is gonna be probable. I have a kitty cat that is waiting behind the door. I will be opening for the kitty cat. There we go, kitty cat is now allowed. If you hear some yelling, don't worry, it's normal, it's kitty cat. He's hungry. So because I have used all of my image pulses for the previous stuff, this means that this boss is done pretty like simply directly with only the moves that Kirin has. And here I messed up, so we're just gonna be going around and do the normal stuff. Alright, and at least that means that this side is fine, and we can just do this. And once I come back, we're probably gonna be able to deal the final bits of damage. Oh, it covered the entire bar. Let's go. Sometimes I don't remember how much health does each boss take, because they do be taking variant stuff, so it's pretty tough. They also have more health in hard and very hard, so this is also why it's difficult sometimes for me to remember the numbers. But yeah, now we're gonna go into Sunrise Files 3, and we're gonna be able to do all the movements. This level is once again a little bit tight because we have some specific stuff to do regarding movements and boss fights. This is once again a level where I need to actually manage my own stuff so I don't take all the damage. Alright, here doing the heal. And once we hit the checkpoint, I'm just gonna hit it for 1 kudos and 2 health, because it's better. I'm gonna start immediately with the special skill because since it's the last Sunrise Palace 3, we have actually 2 boss fights in the same level. Which means if I want to do anything like speed related, it's better that I know how to manage my own elements. So here I'm just gonna stay with the normal moves. Here I know that this cutscene she's completely invincible, so we're gonna wait. Do this, and now we're gonna do the Z attack, and we should be good for Grazie. There we go. That was Grazie. Now we have another section of level to do with Sistina at the end, and then we'll be on our final 2 bosses. We're gonna continue forwards. And we're gonna see some purple lanterns coming back. And we do a kudos reset just before the boss room. So once again, we're gonna do some social skill, we're gonna deal all the damage, we're gonna try to get through the second phase pretty much as fast as we can. Alright. And with this, we can just heal the damage. And that's Sistina. Alright, who's excited for the 2 last boss fights? The first boss fight is gonna be Zed. Zed is tough, Zed is annoying, and we're gonna do our best to skip most of what Zed does. Thankfully, Zed does not have much health compared to the other bosses. Also, nice goal. Let's go. But he is still tough to manage, so I hope I can do I can do his boss fight as best as I can. Alright, so first thing we do is special skill. We don't even wait. I mashed the button just to get to it, because otherwise he's gonna disappear and it's gonna be time loss. Here, I'm sure he's gonna do the high speed. I managed to dodge it except for the end, but it's okay. Then he's gonna move to the left here, so I'm gonna to the right. I mean, oh, he dodged it. That is very unfortunate. Is this another one? Yes. Alright, and now I'm timing this so that... There we go, let's go! I love this quick kill! It's so funny. It is so funny to do this quick kill. It's just so ridiculous. You can skip the entire cutscene here, and it's so funny. Alright, so here I'm gonna once again do a special skill to skip this because unfortunately you cannot deal all the damage you want with Chiron. Oh my god, no! Okay, I am pissed at you, young man. Alright. We're almost done. Only one boss fight to go. But a boss fight that is very important nonetheless. And, unfortunately, I wish I could say I could do this boss fight without using a very busted element. We're gonna be busting out the invincibility, image pulse, which at first I wanted to try to not do it, but it is way safer for us to go with it. But don't worry, there's still a big section of the this boss fight where I do it without without any image pulse, so don't worry. This boss fight is divided in two. Hi, Mobius. This is Mobius' base form. Mobius' base form is basically pretty simple. You just have to dodge some of the patterns and destroy its barrier before getting all the damage. Alright, we had a little bit of side stuff in the background, but also I messed up this, so I might actually be in danger. Yeah, I'm in danger. I messed up this. It's okay. We'll be restarting this boss fight. At least you don't use any of the image pulses, so yeah. Alright, so basically what happened is I was supposed to be doing like a platforming section, but I messed up unfortunately because of how sometimes XX Trigger is not a fan of behaving normally. So I messed up, and since I messed up, I had to do the entire section another time, and it's not fun. And when you take a lot of damage, it's not the best. Alright, here I'm pretty much out of this section. So we're doing it again. Don't mess up, Jupi, please. we want to finish the run, please. All right. Now that is done, and we're gonna be going into Gunvolt literally as soon as this boss fight, this section is done. There we go. So the next spot is Gunvolt, and Gunvolt is annoying and tough and eats so much of my time, but it's okay. We're gonna survive. He's giving me good patterns, which is what I want to see. That is very good patterns. Let's go. I'm not seeing the very annoying pattern that could be death. Alright. So now there's going to be a little bit of a cutscene boss fight here where we're going to be dying and we're going to come back to life. Alright, so here we're gonna use the special skill, and we're gonna try to dodge most of what the boss is gonna send us here, because otherwise it's gonna take too long. And once we get to the next phase, I'm gonna be activating the invincibility, and... Oh no, I messed up. We're not activating the invincibility, but it's okay. No, that's fine. Okay, this spot is actually fine. I can deal damage here, it's fine. The next one is I can't deal any damage, otherwise I have to restart, and that's literally time loss. Oh my god, he has so much health. It's okay. Alright. And final time is gonna come once I get the final section here. Final section of the bar completely filled up in purple, so I hope I get it very soon. It takes so much health for this boy to come down. Okay, 3, 2, 1, time. Whew. Well, that was Merciless. It was tough, but yeah. Whew. Oh. And thank you for the 10 pounds, Raisin. Oh my god. So yeah, this was Gunvolt 3 Merciless Task on Kirin only New Game Plus. Yeah, super excited to have ran for Cisnt, even if this was not planned. Very happy to do so, and yeah, I am so excited. I'm also a little bit behind estimate, I know that, but we're fine. But yeah, as before I get sent to, we send to the next run, I want to thank Eden for organizing Cisnt, and I hope you can find me at twitch.tv/cutefangies or cutefangies.bsky.social. You can also find me literally tomorrow I'm gonna be running Dungeon Gals at around 10 a.m. CST. I'm thinking of my European time and not the European time. So 10 a.m. BST for some Dungeon Gals. I hope you're excited. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And thank you again for organizing everything, Eden. And yeah.